So guys, someone from you, can you help me? Like where we left the training last time, like what we were doing.
Yeah, we have created pipeline for JavaScript.
With that, we are able to clone and we are able to build. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. So today, guys, we will be integrating one more DevOps tool that will be SonarQube. Okay, to check the static code analysis. And for that, I think we already have a SonarQube server up and running here.
Sir,
Let me add
one doubt.
that one. Go ahead.
So for DevOps, like only what you have taught in Maven, only that is enough, is it? Or more in depth we should be knowing about Maven?
That's fine. As a beginner, that's fine. Because we have lots of other tools to cover here, like SonarQube, then JFrog, then containerization. So, as of now, we are not going much deeper into all those tools. But as a beginner, you should only have the understanding of the tools and how they work.
Oh.
So I already have a SonarQube server up and running. If you don't, if you also want to install SonarQube, I should say you can use this. You can use this one, this link to install SonarQube. But although it will not be expectation from us to install SonarQube. So it will be complicated. You can see on your screen, this is SonarQube. Let me first give you an overview on SonarQube. So SonarQube is a static code analysis tool, okay, and it has derived the name from Sonar. So I hope you all know about Sonar. Have you ever heard about Sonar technology? Guys, have you ever heard about this Sonar technology?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you know that the submarines, submarines who operate under the water, how they get to know like whether there is something in front of them or not. So they keep on sending, some signals, and that signal travels to the water, and whenever there is an obstacle, they will get to know that okay, there is something there in between their path. So that is sonar technology. So it means more or less, sonar basically means a system to detect the threats, right? That can help the submarines. Similarly, in DevOps, we have a tool SonarQube that works on the same method or same principle that is used to detect the threats in your application source. Okay. That's how Sonar tool looks like. Okay, here you can see some existing project, but we will create our own project here. So let me first give you some idea here. On the SonarQube, as you can see. So as soon as you log into the SonarQube, you can see this kind of dashboard where you can see your login credential and all of the current project. Okay, if you want to search for a particular project, you can search for that project. Okay, and here you can see all of the project list, all of the issues in all projects, and the rules, quality profiles, quality gate, and this is the admin tab. So let's explore all these tabs one by one. So under the projects tab, that will show you all of your projects. Those are available in SonarQube, and all these projects will be coming from Jenkins. Okay, so in each job, you can say, let's see if you have 4 to 5 applications, and you can see 4 to 5 project here based on that. Like for example, we have this Java sample app. So after some time, we will also create our project here, Java sample app. Now on your left hand side, let's go to the expand. And yeah, now if you go inside one of the project, it will give you more detailed view, like how many bugs your project have, how many vulnerabilities have. Okay, see, there are two tabs, new code and overall code. New code means the recent code. Overall basically means your overall code. So if you click on the overall code, that will show you the current report of your project. Here you can find the details. Like this project has 12 bugs. If you click on this, it will show you the details. Where are all those bugs? You see, it is showing the line number, and you can see the code smell. It's showing uh, my company app.java, and it's showing that line number 10. We have an issue. Remove this unused local variable. That's how you can see all of your issues. And then you can see the vulnerabilities. So when the all these bugs, vulnerabilities, security hotspots are known as SonarQube metrics. Okay, so each metric basically means a different parameter. Now it's showing 45 minutes of that. It means to resolve these issues, the developers may take around this much of time. If you click on this, it will give you the breakdown that okay, to fix this file, app.java, it will take around 15 minutes. To fix this, it will take around 10 minutes, like that. It's just an estimation. It's not a no, I would say not hard and fast. Okay, and here it shows the coverage. Here it shows the number of test cases. Okay, if you click on it, it's gonna show you your test cases, and here it shows the overall coverage, like how many percentage of your code is covered. And under the activity, you can see whenever your code has scanned in SonarQube. So you see it has scanned on January 29th last, and then January 24th, 23. Yeah. So here you can see all of the activities. And for each of the day, it will show you on that day how many bugs, code smells, and vulnerabilities was there in your application. So let's say for it is showing for January 24, there was 19 bugs, 9 code smells, and 0 vulnerability. You can also do a filtration, like you can do select a date range, and it will show you for that. And from this code tab, you can see your complete application structure. So it's basically it's connected to that same application only. This one, okay, it's showing SRC. If you click into the SRC, it's showing app and app test. If you go inside app, here you can see our app.java. Here you can see, and it's showing show code smell on this line. So it's saying this is a code smell, this is a code smell, and this is a code smell. Why? Because we have declared this variable, but we have not used it. That's why. That's how you can analyze a project. Here also it shows that in this project, total there are 495 lines, and it shows the languages used. If you click on project information, lines of code 495 on main branch, and there are these kind of languages available: CSS, Java, JavaScript, HTML, and XML. Now you will say why it is finding this file, because once we build our application and we test it, it also generates some reports. So those reports are in XML and HTML format. Now under issues tab, you can see all of the issues from all of the projects. You can see it is showing issue for this app, LURIT Java. If you keep down, it's showing for Node to do as well. So on this issues tab, you can see issues from all of the applications available in your SonarQube. Now here you can do the filtration, like what kind of issue you are looking for, bug, vulnerabilities or code smell. Based on severity, you can filter. If I click on major, it's going to list me all of the major issues in code smell. So all these are the major issues in the code smells. Okay, or based on language also you can search. Let's say I want to search all of the issues of Java. Just let me clear these filters. Now I want to only look for Java issues. So you see, it is showing me all for the issues from Java language. If I want to look for HTML, it will show the all of the issues in the HTML language. So here you can basically do the filtering. Now, if you want to look issues from a project basis, it's going to show you all of your projects. Is it clear, guys, so far? Guys, are you getting it? And next, this is the rules. So, how SonarQube works? The SonarQube has a database or a dictionary of predefined rules. It has a collection of all of the possible issues, bugs, or vulnerabilities in each of the language. Let's say if I select Java here, it has identified around 628 issues in the language. So, for example, let's talk about this one. It's saying double equal to and not equal to should not be used when equals is overridden. So, we take a simple one. Yeah, it's saying equal to plus should not be used instead of plus equal to. So it's saying we have we have to use plus equal to. If we use this one equal to plus, SonarQube will report it as a major bug. So you see, this is the non-compliant solution. Like equal to should not be the first, plus the plus should be the first one. So this is the compliant. So like that, it has all of the rules defined here. You cannot create or you cannot remove the rules. You can only see them. And time to time, SonarQube will keep on upgrading them because every day languages discover any new problem or any new things, then all those issues will be added here. So all these languages are supported by SonarQube. You see. Now, quality profiles. Quality profiles basically means for each language type, how many rules you want to keep in the account. For example, we know that for Java, there are 628 rules. But it may be possible that, let's say, we cannot change this in our program. Let's say currently we are using equal to plus instead of plus equal to, but we cannot change it because this is a business requirement. If we change it, it may fail our application or it will not deploy or anything. So if you want to scan the project, every time it will fail here. Why? Because in the default profile, all these rules are there. So to override that thing, you can create your own profile for the language and you can decide which rule you want to keep for that file. It's not mandatory to you to keep all of the rule while scanning your code. By default, SonarQube has created one profile for each and every language. So if I go for Java, see Java, they have included around 479. Okay, so let's say if you want, we can create our own profile. I will click on create and a blank quality profile. Language, I will say Java. Name, let's say I will say Inventec Java. Can create. Okay, see, now my profile has been created in Inventec Java profile, and there are right now 0 active rules. It means right now, if I scan my code against this profile, any kind of code will be passed because it does not have any rule to be cross-checked. So I can click on activate more and I can decide which rule I want to activate. Let's say if I don't, I want to activate this rule. Okay, activate, and I don't want to activate this rule because I have to make this as an exception. So I will, keep it deactivate only, and then I can activate this and I can activate this like this. So like this, we can choose the rules. Any question, guys? So now in Java, there are two profiles. One is the default SonarQube profile, and then our own profile where we have included 3 rules. Okay, I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to take it off. Delete. Any question here, guys?
Awesome.
Okay, next is the quality gates. Okay, now the quality gate. As the name suggests, it's some sort of limitation or uh, gate where somebody needs to be passed in. Okay, so for example, if I give you a real-time example, let's say whenever we go to a public mall or a movie theater, so before entering into that property, there is a security guard team at the entrance, right? And they all have some defined rules, and they will check all of the coming audience based on those defined rules. For example, no, let's say the security guard will be having a rule set that you should check each and every customer against, like, they should not contain any knife or any weapon, any flammable object, any grenades, anything. So they will check you, and if they find anything on that, they will stop you. They will not allow you to cross that gate. So that's the quality gate. So here also in SonarQube, we can create a quality gate and we can define a criteria. So we can say, so if any of the project is not having, is having more than 10 vulnerabilities, then we will not pass it. We can say, if the code coverage is less than 80%, then the project will fail. So these things we can define. Right now, this is the default one. So it has the very high criteria. If you want, we can create our own Inventec quality gate QG. Yes, if I save now, by default, it get all of these conditions. So we can take them off. If I don't want all these rules, so I will delete them. Now I can add my condition. So I say, so first of all, it's asking, do you want to apply the condition on new code or overall code? So new code means if we are building our Jenkins pipeline each time, so new code means whatever new code has been added from the previous build, it will be applied on only that particular new code. For example, yesterday in our application, we were having two files and today we added a new file. So new code basically means checking on only on that new file, not on the old two files. But if you select overall code, it will apply on all code, the old one as well as the new. Now, we can define the conditions. So I will check for code smells. So I will define a condition if code smells is greater than 10, it basically means it will fail our project. Add the condition. Like that, if I say the coverage overall code coverage is less than, let's say, I would say 10%, then it will fail out. Okay. So these values, you will get from your client, like how much, criteria, how much threshold they want to include for their project. Is it clear, guys? I will take that you are all are good. Now, let's skip this admin tab as of now because whenever you log into SonarQube, we won't having the access to this. Now, we have to integrate SonarQube with our Jenkins server. So, let me go to my Jenkins server here. So, let's go to plugins. As I already mentioned, guys, that if you want to integrate a new tool with Jenkins, then you need to install that plugin. So, now we want to integrate with SonarQube. So, I have to install SonarQube plugin. Let it open. Okay, so go to available plugins. Search for Sonar. So this is the plugin we need to install. So let me select this one, SonarQube Scanner. Now, before installing it, let me show you one thing. To the tools. So now, if in these tools, we can see JDK, we can see Git, Gradle, and Maven, but we are not able to see any kind of Sonar options here. Even if I search Sonar, there is nothing. Now, as soon as we install the plugin, we will be able to see that option here. Okay, so I selected this. This plugin allows an easy integration of Sonar. Okay, select install. Installing. Let's wait for it. Okay. You see, SonarQube is now successfully installed. Now let's go to the tools and refresh it. Now, if you scroll down, you see this SonarQube option is coming up. So now that's fine. Like if you know in someone Jenkins you see some different thing and in your it's not, then probably there is a plugins gap. Okay, so now we have installed SonarQube. Now let's integrate this one. So we'll need to go to manage Jenkins. Now to integrate Jenkins and SonarQube, you need to do two things. Okay, so first we need to go to this system. Okay, before system we need to go to credentials. Like we need to first create a SonarQube credential so that our Jenkins can authenticate with this server. So to generate the credential, go to this profile and go to my account. So even if you don't have access here, you can ask whoever manages the SonarQube and go to security and you see there is some token. We also need to create our token. I will say Inventec Sonar token. Token type, global analysis token, and expires, no expiration, and let's generate. So this is the token that we need to store as a credential in Jenkins. So let me copy it. Jenkins credentials. Let's click on this add credential button. Okay, now guys, we have only this, kind of token thing. Now you tell me which will be the perfect credential type. We cannot select username with password because we don't have two things. We cannot use this one because we don't have a private key. So according to you, which one will be the best to select? Come on, guys, just answer it.
secret test.
Correct. Why? Because it expects only one thing, and that we do have. Username password won't fit here because we don't have two things. This will also not fit. This is already gone because it's not a GitHub app, right? So only option is secret text. Go to secret. Now in the secret, I will put that I copied. In the ID, I will say Sonar token. Let me copy it, and in the description also I will put it here. Change. Let's click. Now credential has been created. Cool. My credential is now created. Now let's go to manage Jenkins and system. Here we need to configure our SonarQube server. Okay, so let me scroll down where I found the SonarQube option. So you see, I found the SonarQube servers option. Now let's click on this add SonarQube. Now we need to give it a name. So I will name it Inventec Sonar Server. Okay, and server URL, we need to provide our URL of SonarQube. So this is the URL. See, make sure you need to provide your URL in this format, HTTP or HTTPS, then your domain name and port number, and make sure you don't put this slash at the end because that's gonna throw error. Okay, like this. And now select the token. If you remember, we created this credential. That's all. So if you have multiple SonarQube servers, let's say a SonarQube server for dev, SonarQube server for test, you can add more and more SonarQube server here. Is it clear, guys?
Still,
So let me apply and save. Okay, so yeah, now our SonarQube server is configured. Now, one more thing we need to configure inside our manage Jenkins and tools. So, guys, to configure to integrate Jenkins and SonarQube, remember three steps. First, create credential with the help of token. That token you can get from SonarQube server. Then configure SonarQube server in manage Jenkins and uh, config system config or whatever you got the option. Third thing, you need to go to manage Jenkins and tools and you need to configure a Sonar scanner tool. Now here you can see two types of tools, Sonar scanner for MS build and Sonar Cube scanner installation. Now, this is only particular for .NET based application. So if you are working on a .NET based application, then you need to create a scanner for .NET. But this is a general one that can work for any of the languages like Java, HTML, CSS, PHP, Python, except .NET. For .NET, this is the only. So for now, we are in the Java. So I will click on here and I will name it only Sonar or Sonar tool. And you can select the version. It's the same thing like how we did for Maven, like this only. You can select the version. That's all. So my tool is also configured. Is it clear, guys? Yeah. So first, in the system, you need to configure the server. Okay. You need to create a credential that will be used in the system configuration, and then you need to create a tool. Okay, that's the steps to integrate SonarQube with Jenkins. Now, our Jenkins and SonarQube got connectivity. We just need to change in the pipeline to add a SonarQube stage. This is our SonarQube server name. This is a token. And let's go to tools. I will go to the pipeline. This is our pipeline, Java pipeline. Pipeline. Now here we need to add a stage for SonarQube. So I already have written it somewhere. Let me copy it and then I will explain you with each and every step. Okay. So I created a new stage. Okay. Sonar scanning. You can name it anything. And then I have defined my tool name. Okay. So there is a block called environment. There you can define the tool. So environment, then if a variable equal to tool and our tool name. So what is our tool name? So our tool name we can find here. Our tool name is Sonar tool. We need to give this name. Okay. Then steps with SonarQube env. So this is a syntax or this is a block. And here you need to provide your SonarQube server name. The server name that we configured here under manage Jenkins and systems. This is our server name, InventX Sonar server. Need to copy this because this server has the token and everything, token and URL. So it will create a SonarQube environment in here. Now, scanner means this variable. This variable has a SonarQube binary, bin sonar scanner, then hyphen D. Yeah, now these are the SonarQube properties. Hyphen D project key, hyphen D sonar sources, hyphen D project name, and hyphen D Java binaries. Okay. All these are the SonarQube properties. Let me show you. This sonar.sources. You can find a table. Let me see. Here basically you can find all of the properties. Okay, we are not using all of them. So these are the mandatory parameters. Token, token, we don't need to provide because we have already provided this server name and server name as our token and URL, both of them. Then host URL also no need to provide because our server name already contains this host URL. Then project key is the mandatory. So we have provided project key. Now the whatever project key and project name you will provide, that will show up here. So let's say I want to create a new project here. So what name I want to give it, that I can specify on name and project key. So key basically means a unique identifier in SonarQube. Let's say this is the project, and if you see the project information at the bottom, you can see project key is same. So either you can do the make project key and project name same, or they could be different. But name will show here and the project key will show here. So let me make it similar. I will say Inventec Java app. Similarly, I will provide the same as project name. Now, sonar.sources means which all files you want to, which all files you want to scan. So if you provide a dot means all files. If you want to scan a particular set of files, let's say uh, in this repository, I want to scan only SRC and this one. So I need to provide this whole path. SRC main this and app.java. So that will only scan this file. But if you provide dot, it means you are scanning the whole project. So otherwise we can say SRC slash the path app one dot Java and comma separated SRC app 2 dot Java. So if you want to include individual files, you can use by comma separate. Or if you want to scan the whole project, then you can give a dot. Then name I already specified. Now sonar.java.binaries. It means like, see, Sonar to scan your project, SonarQube needs the source code as well as the compile code. So compile code will only generate after the build. So that's why we have put SonarQube Sonar scanner stage after the build stage. Now, once this part is done, if you remember that Maven will create a target folder, and in the target folder, we will be having our compile classes and all Java binaries. So I provided this path here. So far it's clear, guys.
Yeah, that's the next.
Okay, so let me save it and run this pipeline. Okay, so let me click on build now. If it's successful, it will create our project here with the name Inventec Java application. There are 3 projects, and after running, it will have 4. Okay, I think it's running. Okay, it was successful. Okay, let's go to our SonarQube server and do a refresh. We are now seeing 4 projects. Yes, Inventec Java app. Make sense, guys? Let's see if I open it. It's saying there are 12 bugs. Let's open them. It's showing all of these bugs. I want to check specifically for Java bug. So I will go to language. And I will search for Java string 0. Okay, there are there is one code smells. Remove this unused a local variable. Right? So it's showing overall 12 bugs. Now, what I'm gonna do, I will add more bugs into this project. So let me open it and I will create few more, unused variable like int b, int p, d, int e, int f. Okay. So I added this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 new unused variable. So it should, now after that it should have now say 7 code smells, 5 added code smells. So 7 plus 5, it should show 12 code smells after this. Okay. So I change my code. Let's rerun the pipeline. Okay. So now let's go to here and do a refresh. You see, it's in 12 code smells. If I click on this, A, B, C, D, E, F, remove all these unused values. If I click on activity, you see, at the first run, we were having 6 code smells. Okay, let's say I will only look for, okay, this dot 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 means code smells, and then fill line is means bugs. Okay, this means vulnerability. So let's go over dot dot means code smells. So initially, on the very first run, we were having 7 code smells, but on the second run, 5 more added, and it becomes 12 code. Is it clear, guys? If I go to code, I can see my files, src, and app.java and app.java is showing all of the code fields on these lines. It also shows the commit. I click on this, let's say, method, DevOps, farmer, user, phone, imply GitHub committed on, and this CV line. You see, it shows all of the information like for this issue. Now, developer can see this, they can fix this issue and they can regroup. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
And any questions so far?
So this
Now,
is only to check the quality
yeah,
of the
good.
code, right?
Exactly. Now, can any one of you let me know how SonarQube can help us in real time?
Like from monitoring,
Okay, and why that monitoring will be useful? Let's say if you don't use SonarQube, then what will happen?
Like it is used for checking of bugs and vulnerabilities in the codes.
If you don't check, then
We can get DDoS attacks or somewhat in our systems.
yes. And and yeah, that's fine. And how it's helping the developers? How it can be useful for developers?
They will know that where their code is getting error or
Issues.
like that.
Yeah. One more thing. So guys, assume that I have written a code and there are thousands of lines. Now, if I ask one of the other developer that hey, can you please review my code? let me know what are the issues in my. So if manually he will check, you can see how much time it's going to take. Right? Manually he will go to the code and check line by line. Then he will identify, it will note, okay, there is this true, there is this true. But Sonar, you can do the same thing in couple of minutes, right? Can generate the report and can show you. Now developers can get to know, okay, in this file I have actually at these lines. So you can directly go and fix it. Make sense, guys?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, any more question, guys? I think we are good for the day. So tomorrow we will integrate on the next day, that is SonarQube Quality Gate, and then deploying the artifact on artifact. Tomorrow we will be have SonarQube Quality, and then
Dinesh,
deployment. Yeah, go ahead.
if we want to integrate SonarQube within the Jenkins pipeline, we need to give that pipeline script as by ourselves, or some developer will get that and we have to do. Or,
Which pipeline sheet? That the code that I have written, that one?
yes, that.
No, that we have only written. Developer will not. But it always fix, that you can check, you know how the connections is working, right? There is no much big deal, I will tell you.
Yeah.
This kind
Yes,
of block
these
you can get from anywhere, okay, a particular stage, and you just need to change these values according to your things, right?
okay.
The tool, whatever name you have given the name, you should define here. Whatever name you have given to your server, okay, like here, the same name should be provided here. Now, let's say we have one more SonarQube server, that's for different environment. If you want to, create a project in that server, you need to provide that. Now you are able to connect the dot, right? And these properties you can define from your end, like what name you want to give. Okay. And for Java based, you can usually want to target. Yeah. Any more question, guys? Do you have any more questions here?
No.
Yeah, not this.
Okay. I think then we are good. And let's think of more the remaining part of the life. Okay. Bye.